Welcome to the #1 news channel of UAE. My name is Hasna. You are watching UAE English News Updates. For future updates, please subscribe our YouTube channel and press the bell icon. Let's have a look on the top stories. The first shipment of urgent aid for UK's healthcare industry arrives under the directives of Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid in London from China. Under the directives of His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Vice President, Prime Minister and ruler of Dubai, the first aircraft taking urgent support for the United Kingdom's healthcare industry has arrived in London from China. The aid, which comprises 60 tons of personal protective equipment (PPE) and medical equipment, aims to encourage the UK's National Health Service (NHS) in combating COVID-19. The urgent aid arranged by His Highness comprised face masks, protective clothing and other essential items needed in this time. The humanitarian gesture reflects the historical connections between the UAE and the UK. The gesture can also be part of the UAE's keenness to help health workers on the front lines of combating the pandemic. Furthermore, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid's generous help demonstrates the UAE's keenness to encourage global efforts to contain the outbreak. Coronavirus restrictions eased in half of European countries. About half of the states in Europe have eased restrictions imposed to curb the spread of COVID-19, according to the World Health Organization (WHO). 44 states in the European region had imposed partial or complete restrictions of movement in the fight against the pandemic. The head of the WHO Regional Office for Europe, Hans Kluge, said in Copenhagen on Thursday, during his weekly press conference, of those, 21 have started to ease their restrictions to different extents. German news agency DPA quoted Kluge as saying on Thursday. An additional 11 countries are planning to do so in the forthcoming days. However, Kluge warned against taking a step back from the fight against COVID-19. He added that nations must be prepared to tighten restrictions again if necessary, as the coronavirus scenario in Europe stayed serious. While the curve is flattening, it is still increasing in eastern countries such as Russia and Belarus, in which the number of cases is growing, according to Kluge. Vaccines, which are already in trials, might be those attracting most attention and most optimism, WHO vaccine specialist Adam Finn stated, but they could prove to be unsafe or ineffective, he warned, as saying, they might also prove to be difficult to produce or to distribute. DPA quoted Finn. Emirates to operate limited passenger flights in May. Emirates is utilized to operate limited passenger services to Frankfurt on 2nd, 4th, 6th, 9th, 11th, the 13th of May, to London Heathrow on 3rd, 5th, 7th, 10th, 12th, the 14th of May, to Manila on 3rd, 6th, 11th, 10th, 13th, 15th, the 16th of May, to Sao Paulo on the 3rd of May, and to Shanghai on the 2nd of May. The one-time flights that are special will facilitate travel for residents and visitors wishing to return home. Those who wish to travel to Shanghai must contact the embassy or consulate of the People's Republic of China in the UAE. For all other flights, passengers may book directly on Emirates.com or via their travel agent. Only citizens of the destination states and those who meet the entry requirements of the destination will be permitted to board. Customers will be required to follow all health and safety measures required by the UAE authorities and the country of destination. Very similar to other repatriation flights that Emirates has operated thus far, for health and security reasons, the airline will offer a modified in-flight service that reduces contact and the probability of infection. Print reading material and magazines will not be available. Meals on board will probably be served in hygienic meal boxes, offering clients sandwiches, snacks, beverages, and desserts. A choice of hot snacks are also served on flights. Emirates lounge and chauffeur drive services will be temporarily unavailable during this age, and in-flight Wi-Fi support is available for purchase only. On board Emirates flights, seats are pre-allocated where potential, with vacant chairs placed in observance of physical protocols that are distancing between passengers or household groups. More info can be found on Emirates.com. Cabin baggage won't be accepted on these flights. Carry-on items is going to be restricted to laptop, handbag, briefcase or infant things. All other things have to be checked in, and the cabin baggage allowance will be added by Emirates to clients' check-in luggage allowance. Passengers are required to employ social distancing guidelines throughout their travel and wear their own masks when at the airport and on board the aircraft. Travelers should arrive at Dubai International Airport Terminal 3 for check-in. 3 hours before departure, Emirates check-in counters will only process passengers holding confirmed bookings to the above destinations. All Emirates aircraft will undergo enhanced cleaning and disinfection processes in Dubai after every travel. Construction companies allowed to build houses for their workers in their construction sites. The Ministry of Human Resources and Emiratization announced that it will allow construction companies to construct housing for their workers at their construction sites. This step is in line with the coordination between the ministry and relevant municipalities and local authorities, with the aim of ensuring the appropriate distancing between workers in housing sites and cities, therefore reducing risk. It also aims to ensure the continuation of construction and infrastructure projects, as workers are not allowed to move between Emirates due to the precautionary measures that aim to ensure their safety. The ministry affirmed the necessity for companies wishing to establish workers' housing at their construction sites to abide by all regulations and standards established by local authorities to prevent the spread of the novel coronavirus. The ministry added that joint campaigns will be launched to monitor workers' accommodation to ensure that they meet occupational health and safety requirements and related precautionary measures. Microsoft warns against downloading movies from random sites. People all around the world are watching a lot of movies of lately due to the lockdown enforced to tackle the COVID-19 outbreak. Use of streaming services has gone up and people are also downloading a lot of movies while they are stuck inside their homes. Now, Microsoft has issued a warning asking people to be wary of the sites where they download movies from. The company, in a series of tweets on its security intelligence page, has said that hackers are using pirate streaming services and torrent downloads to hack into users' systems. With lockdown still in place in many parts of the world, attackers are paying attention to the increase in use of pirate streaming services and torrent downloads. We saw an active coin miner campaign that inserts a malicious VB script into zip files posing as movie downloads, wrote in a tweet. The company said that the hackers hide a malicious file called VB script into the zip files that accompany these movies. When a user opens a zip file downloaded from the piracy site, they trigger the VB script, which then uses BitsAdmin, which is an authentic Microsoft protocol, to download other components pertaining to the hack. Dubai Police Command and Control Center respond to over 500,000 calls in a month. The Command and Control Center at Dubai Police responded to 553,406 telephone calls during the National Sterilization Program from the 26th of March to the 28th of April, according to a press release issued by the Government of Dubai Media Office on Thursday. Colonel Turki bin Faris, director of those stated the center, said Dubai's 999 emergency number received 432,477 calls while its 901 non-emergency number received 120,960 calls. The majority of the telephone calls were enquiries linked to precautionary and preventive measures put in place by Dubai along with the motion permit required throughout the national sterilization program, he revealed. The Command and Control Center received a record 52,000 telephone calls in a single day right after the introduction of the movement permit system. The staff of the center's efforts allowed it to respond effectively to the number of calls, bin Faris said. The Command and Control Center explained that while the amount of calls on precautionary and preventative measures increased, requires to report criminal and traffic offences decreased significantly. Colonel Turki bin Faris further said Dubai Police has dedicated the 901 number for enquiries related to traffic and criminal reporting. He requested the public to call 999 only for emergencies and 901 for enquiries. Fujairah waives tax and licensing charges for the current year. His Highness Sheikh Hamad bin Mohammed Al Shaki, Supreme Council member and ruler of Fujairah, have issued Resolution number 04 of 2020 regarding exemption from local licensing charges and taxes for the current year. The decision stipulated that due to the present conditions and preventive measures to curb the spread of coronavirus COVID-19 that resulted in the suspension of some industrial activities, and the activities shall be exempted from the annual fees. According to the resolution's first article, some activities shall be exempted for a calendar year, beginning from the 1st of January to the 31st of December 2020, from licensing fees. such as professions from the popular market, the Friday market, poultry and meat stores, tailors, cinemas, gaming centers and shops situated in shopping malls, hotels, fitness centers, gyms, wedding halls, and men's and women's salons. The resolution's second article stipulated that resorts, hotels, and hotel apartments shall be exempted from the prescribed local tax. His Highness the ruler of Fujairah asked all concerned departments to work on executing the decision instantly. RTA reopens customer happiness service supplier centers from Thursday. The Roads and Transport Authority (RTA) are reopening 3 customer happiness centers at Amal Ramol, Dera, and Al Barsha, along with 19 service supplier centers, beginning from Thursday the 30th of April. Meanwhile, the RTA will keep full preventive health measures involving the installation of heat sensors at the entrance of centers, the compulsory wearing of masks, and physical distancing to ensure the maximum safety for both customers and workers, the authority said in a statement. Centers will be open from 9 o'clock to 1500. Al-Shirawi, Kaz Daraya, Speedfit, and Tisjil, Discovery Gardens, International City and Al-Tawa centers, in addition to Autopro, Satwa, Mankhul centers will remain closed until further notice. RTA requires on customers to keep on using online and smart channels to the smooth processing of the transactions. Visitors of service providers and customer pleasure centers are also employee wages must be safeguarded, paid on time, says UAE Labour Ministry. Private sector employers must commit to ensuring employee wages are safeguarded and paid on time via the Wages Protection System, said the Ministry of Human Resources and Emiratization. In a statement on Wednesday, the UAE Ministry noted that employers must adhere to Ministerial Decree No. 739 of 2016 concerning the protection of wages, as well as employment contracts signed by employers and employees. The ministry advised that employers that have granted employees early leave, as part of precautionary measures during the coronavirus pandemic. Russian PM Mishustin tests positive for virus. Russian Prime Minister Mikhail Mishustin said Thursday that he has tested positive for the new coronavirus, becoming the highest-ranking Russian official known to have gotten infected. Mishustin told President Vladimir Putin during a video call that he would self-isolate but planned to stay in touch on key policy issues. It wasn't immediately clear when the two men last met. Since early in the outbreak, the Russian president has minimized meetings and switched to holding daily video calls with officials.